top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's a seam wide open. At the 30. He's loose. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes! Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Love. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out route. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Punt is in the air. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for... back. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun. Give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Release to the back. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, better look out! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Using his feet to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Snags it quickly on the left. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Right on the money. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And off from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Looking to pick up a first down on third and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Shoots it to the left. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. He'll go to the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going, nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina is just getting blown off the field right now, and like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Boston College. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
Returner goes out of bounds.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Bringing the heat. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Randall. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Good timing on the quick out. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to...
Wide open spaces. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great read.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Backed up now, here's second and long.
Here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a one-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Klubnik. Floating away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Back to pass on second down. Snatches it on the right. Here he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Give to the back. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Pauling.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got out of trouble and throws. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
punt is on its way. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
Quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going for it all. It's caught. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The give from the gun. Runs through the tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
He'll feel the punt and take it back. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wide receiver going in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's 2nd down.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can.
It's a running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in third and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Love. Going to try to get it himself. Powers through. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Klubnik. Unloads to the right. It's complete. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. With the catch, it's Randall. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play.
No gain on the play. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. On to attempt the try.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Fields. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. He'll throw it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
He's going for the big play. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the 1st down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Got the quick completion. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Turning on the Jets. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. In that loss last week, he just never got comfortable. Threw 3 picks, but much better today.
Much better taking care of the football. Listen, being the leader, he made the one mistake, but did a good job moving on from it, leading this offense, and ultimately getting the dub today.
What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.